Welcome back to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field here on this Saturday afternoon. Roseburg getting ready for Game 2 as they welcome in the South Medford Panthers for a Southwest Conference doubleheader. Our first league doubleheader of the season. Game 1 in the books. We've got Game 2 coming up here in just a few moments for us here from Champion Car Wash Field. But while we've got a break in the action and while we wait for details about our starters for Game 2, we decided, hey, let's take some time to take a look around our local sports scene for the Roseburg Indians, see what else is going on for the tribe here at the moment. I wanted to start off with something that took place last night. The Roseburg boys lacrosse team was across the mountain passes. They were taking on Ridgeview High School in Redmond, and boy, did they have a wild one there. 9-8, the final score, a win in overtime for the Roseburg boys. Nice to see them get a big victory there against Ridgeview. So congratulations to Coach Deaver and the entire team going over a long trip over to Central Oregon and picking up a victory. You'll love to see that. Now, also yesterday, we saw the Roseburg boys tennis team. They had a makeup home duel against Sheldon. Unfortunately, things did not go their direction there. They lose 6-1 in that match. Hopefully, things will pick up for them. Boys and girls golf has been going on and looking pretty strong here to start out the season. Those don't have those numbers right now in front of me. They had matches earlier in the week, back on Monday. Fought through some poor conditions. I know that a freshman for the girls team, Lana Silvestri, had a heck of a day, shot just one over par for her tournament and did well there. You had a couple of boys shooting 89s, I believe it was, to lead the way. Harrison Scott and Chad Smith, those guys were the ones leading the way for the Roseburg boys. So Roseburg golf looks to be off to a good start with some nice numbers, and hopefully things continue to improve as the weather improves. I know golfing in the weather is not necessarily anybody's idea of a good time, but they managed to battle through and put together some decent numbers there on both the boys and girls sides. Yesterday up in Eugene, and I think things are continuing today up there at Hayward Field on the campus of the University of Oregon, the home of NCAA track and field championship meets, USA Olympic trials, just amazing track and field that goes on there. And it's the annual host of the OSAA state championship events for high school championships there in Eugene as well. And yesterday, though, they had the Oregon relays going on. And this was a wide open competition with a ton of competitors there to run and compete there at Hayward Field. And Roseburg sent some of their runners and jumpers and throwers up there to compete in that. Glide High School also had a few athletes up there as well, but I've got some notes on the Roseburg athletes that were in competition up there. Now, this was a huge field, so a lot of competitors, all different levels, all different classifications. It was big, and so while nobody from Roseburg finished in a first, second, or third spot, they did have some pretty strong finishes in really big fields. So wanted to acknowledge some of that. Joseph Latham finished 18th in the 400-meter run. In the 4x400-meter relay, the Roseburg boys finished 16th as a team. Isaac Hutchins, he was 16th in the javelin, threw a PR yesterday. Congratulations, Isaac, there. Sylvia Ekman, boy, she was busy and running a lot of long races. I could imagine that she slept well last night. Sylvia ran and finished 28th in the 3,000-meter race, 27th in the 3,200 meter, and she was 27th in the 2-mile run as well. All of those races had over 80 runners. Traditional colors. Back here at Champion Car Wash Field. Not sure. I think I had maybe my pre-recorded stuff stopped playing there. Darn it. Apparently just ended on us. So, well, that experiment failed there. That was my opportunity to try and run and grab a quick bite to eat and run down to the restroom there real quick and give you a run through on what's going on with Roseburg Athletics. So apologies for that not working out the way it was designed to go. But we'll get back to things here. Let's see here. Well, just got back into the booth and heard the music playing, so I figured that meant I was supposed to be on the airwaves. So let's catch up and feel where we're at here. Game 1 was a 7-0 victory in favor of South Medford. Game 2 coming up here. Let's see here. Didn't see a final, but Roseburg looked like they were leading pretty good in the softball game. Marcy, was it a 6-0 final? Do you know? You're maybe. Oh, you sent it to me and to Jessica, and Jessica replied 6-0. Okay, that's where that came from. So 1-0 final. Okay, Roseburg a winner, 1-0 over South Medford in the softball game just a little while ago over at their softball field. So you got that, and we are waiting on some lineup cards here. So. Okay, Oregon State up 2-0. That's a good start there for the Beavers. Okay. Well, that's good to see after yesterday's 12-0 loss for Oregon State. That is good to see that they're bouncing back here today. It looks like we've gotten a lineup card for South Medford, so we'll grab that there from the esteemed BG Gould, who is here. And we'll probably get Roseburg's here at some point, I would imagine, and try to bring that up here. I did not have a chance to get Roseburg, so we'll try to get that here in just a moment for you. So that is a look at, let's see, we got the softball score in there for you, an update on the Beavers. Ducks are going to be getting underway, actually probably first pitch just underway from PK Park as they take on Michigan after winning 15-2 yesterday in the first game of that series in the Big Ten. And let's see, I think, I'm trying to remember all the things that I talked about in that pre-recorded segment. You had Roseburg boys lacrosse, a 9-8 winner in overtime yesterday as they took down Ridgeview on the road in Redmond yesterday. The Roseburg track and field team, I have no idea how far we got in everything on my pre-recorded segment, but they were at the Oregon Relays yesterday, had a number of competitors there competing at Hayward Field in Eugene. Joseph Latham, 18th in the 400, the 4x400 relay team, 16th. Isaac Hutchins finishing 16th in the javelin with a PR yesterday. Sylvia Ekman competing in a number of long-distance races, 28th in the 3,000, 27th in the 3,200, 27th in the 2-mile race. Those all had over 80 competitors in all of them. Leighton Osborne, 12th in the high jump. And yesterday, and then Roseburg boys tennis was at home against Sheldon yesterday, but they lost 6-1. So, it's been eventful right now for Roseburg Athletics, and we're hoping that we see a win here in Game 2 for the Roseburg boys. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. We're going to get caught up on some things and get our head on straight and see where we're going with everything. So we'll take a quick break and come back with more here from Champion Car Wash Field. This is Roseburg Baseball here on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. How long did...
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
When the first Cascade branch opened in 1948, things were a lot different here. The fact they're still here says a lot about the way they do business.
Staying in business for 75 years requires the cooperation of generations. It's the desire to learn and grow with your community.
My account number is only 5 digits long. What that tells me is that this is a local credit union.
Cascade Community Credit Union would like to thank you for 75 years of growth and support here in Douglas County.
Great right now. Yeah, work is crazy.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field, teams are warming up for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Joey Keyran here with you. This is your Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Our Roseburg Disposal pregame show for our second game of the day. Lineup cards are making their way up here to us as we get ready for the second game of the day. Roseburg is switching things up. They're going to wear the orange tops here in Game 2. For South Medford, it looks like they're sticking with their black tops and the gray trousers for the second game of the day. Our game is streaming with video. If you maybe happen to catch us here just now lately on the radio side, you can tune in and watch Game 2 of our doubleheader. You can find it online at 541radio.com. Go to the Score homepage and watch it there. Or you can find us on our YouTube channel. Search 1490 The Score on YouTube. You'll find our page. Hit the subscribe button, and that way you can get notifications when we go live with another broadcast of Roseburg High Baseball or Roseburg High Sports in general. And you can find us there and be able to follow the action with us throughout the season and throughout the school year at Roseburg High School. So hit the subscribe button and you'll be all set to go. You won't miss any of the action. Game 2, just give me a second here. I'm finishing filling out my lineup card for South Medford, and then we can run through our starting lineups for the second game of the day. Always a scramble to get from one to the next. All right, there we go. Leading off will be Tristan Malari, the first baseman, followed by Keegan Painter, the second baseman. Batting third, the shortstop, Brad Love. Evan Roden, the DH, will bat cleanup, followed by Jake Lewis, who is apparently pitching in Game 2, which I'm intrigued by that one because he pitched just on Wednesday, so I would imagine a short leash if he's going to be pitching again here today. Let's see, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is only the third day, so I wonder. He must not have thrown very many pitches in that game to be able to maybe get in a few here. I would imagine he's on a short leash there, but we'll get that all squared away. Owen Levins, the center fielder, will bat 6th, followed by Grady McQuillan batting in the 7th spot, starting at third base. The catcher, Easton Douglas, hitting 8th, and rounding out the starting 9 will be Cooper Mitchell, the right fielder. The DH being utilized for the starting left fielder, who I do not have listed from what I got there. So we'll get that squared away. For Roseburg, here in Game 2, defensively, I'll probably be taking the field here in just a little bit. Back behind the plate in game 2, it's going to be Amos Bowers catching for Roseburg. Out at first base, Jake Johnson. At second base will be Caden Austin. On the left side of the diamond at third base, Cal Robbins. And at shortstop will be Paxton Burke. In the outfield from left to right, you've got A.J. Black in left field. Dane St. Clair in center. And Fletcher Coleman in right field. Starting pitcher here in game 2 is going to be Danner Wirtz, the freshman. Wirtz will get the start in game 2 on the season for him. Let's take a look at his numbers. Danner Wirtz making his second start of the year, his third appearance. He's got a 1-0 win-loss record, a 2.10 ERA, 4 strikeouts, just 1 walk, and 6 2/3 innings of work. So Danner Wirtz will try to see if he can keep that good time going there for him out there on the mound. They do have activity in the bullpen. It's a righty out there throwing. And that is Evan Roden that is throwing. Well, I'm going to do some investigative work here. Let's go ahead and let's get a 1-minute break in. And actually, let's make it a 2-minute break. We'll get in another one of those. We're giving our sponsors all sorts of extra ads here today. That's okay by me. Let's take a 2-minute break. I'll come back. I'll double-check on a couple of things, and we'll get things all squared away for first pitch, which should be moments away. Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fence is doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
All right, we have gotten it all straightened out here for Game 2. I think I mistook a 7 for a 1 on BG's scorebook, and so I believe that's where the error came in and what I was relaying to you for starting lineups here in Game 2. So it'll actually be Jake Lewis is not pitching. That was kind of a surprise to me, seeing that he pitched not that long ago. Wasn't really expecting that he would be throwing here today, but he's not, at least not as of yet. it'll actually be Evan Roden that was warming up in the bullpen. He will be the guy pitching here in Game 2 for Medford. And he's also the DH, so he'll pitch, and if he does come out of the game, he can stay in as the DH for whoever comes in for him. And Lewis will be in left field to start things off here in Game 2. Coaches are at home plate exchanging lineup cards as we get ready for the second game of our day. 7-0 win in Game 1 for South Medford. And definitely a tough one there for Roseburg after 21 hits in their game on Wednesday at Willamette. Pretty tough to see themselves struggle like they did here in Game 1, only getting 4 hits in the first game of the day here from Champion Car Wash Field. Just going to see if I could maybe find some other scores from around the Southwest Conference to pass along to you. Let's see here. Grants Pass.
All right, looks like the Indians will take the field in the orange top for game number 2.
Not finding anything for the Cavemen on Game Changer.
Left field will be A.J. Black. Paxton Burke will be at short. Cal Robbins will be at
that might just be it right there.
Pete Austin at second base, and at first base is.
Looks like Game 1, they started at 1 o'clock, so they're a little bit further, a little bit behind where we were at. Game 1 is a Taiwan Grants Pass leading 1-0 in the top of the 6th. And Game 1 of their doubleheader from South Eugene. So they are still going. They are in the top of the 6th. That game getting close to wrapping up. And right now Grants Pass leading in that one. Grants Pass would go to 2-0 if they could win in that one. North Medford not playing games today, so they're going to stay undefeated in league play. If here today, no matter what happens, because they're taking on Bend today in a non-league matchup. So North Medford's going to stay there at the top of the order in the league standings, no matter what happens. Willamette is hosting Sheldon. Game 1, Willamette lost 8-4 against Sheldon, who picks up their first league win. And they'll have Game 2 coming up here momentarily in that one. So we'll take a look at how things are playing out in the Southwest Conference standings here. I'll kind of update my standings, and we'll get all squared away.
First batter for South Medford is the first baseman, number 8, Tristan Malari.
As we get things got underway here in Game 2, Tristan Malari is going to lead things off. Joey Keyran here with you. Your Roseburg Disposal pregame show wrapped up there. As we appreciate everybody kind of dealing with me going through, trying to get all of that done. I thought I was going to have a little bit of time without the headset on to try and get it all ready, but of course, technical difficulties. Always so fun. 1-0 as the first pitch bounces into the lefty Malari from Danner Wirtz. And Wirtz misses inside. It's a 2-0 count. Malari finished 1 for 4 in Game 1. He's going to get around on a pitch, rolls it to Caden Austin at second, over to Jake Johnson at first, 1 away. As we get things started here in Game 2. So Danner Wirtz, his second start of the season, gets the first out. And we are underway. That'll bring up Keegan Painter. 2 for 4. Had a single in his last 2 at-bats. Swings through the first offering from Wirtz, chasing some high heat. The 0-1 pitch, low and outside, 1-1 count. Keegan Painter, his first time up in Game 1, lined out to shortstop. Takes low and outside. South Medford dugout, a little chirpy down that direction. They were very vocal in Game 1, but had every reason to be as they were winning. Strike hits the outside corner, evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Keegan Painter. Got the new railing installed here on the dugouts, so everybody out enjoying the sunshine out of the in-ground dugouts and enjoying the game from that top railing. The ball fly to right side. Sunglasses on, shades down to protect for Fletcher Coleman, who will run underneath that ball. 2 away. Fly out to right field for Keegan Painter, and Brad Love will stand in. Love was 0 for 4 in game 1. Takes the first pitch for a strike. He struck out in his first 3 at-bats in the first game of the day. The 0-1 pitch to him. Takes a breaking ball low. 1-1 count. I got a chance to get out of the booth in between games there momentarily. Ran down to the concession stand where the Umpqua Riverhawks are providing services today. The ball fouled off. Appreciate the UCC athletic department filling that need down in the concession stand. They do a decent job down there. I appreciate that. Good selection of stuff for you here at the game. A 1-2 pitch to Brad Love. Strike 3. That's his 4th strikeout of the day. His first here in game 2. He goes down looking. And Tanner Wirtz gets a 1-2-3 first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Roseburg coming up to bat when we return here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Bottom of the first inning. Let's run through your starting lineup for the Roseburg Indians. It'll be Paxton Burke leading off, starting at shortstop. Dane St. Clair, the center fielder, batting second. Cal Robbins at third base, bats third. Jake Johnson, the first baseman, will bat in the cleanup spot, followed by Luke Robbins, the DH, hitting fifth. A.J. Black in left field will bat in the sixth spot. Tanner Wirtz, the pitcher, hitting seventh. In the eighth position is Amos Bowers, the catcher. Batting ninth, starting at second base, is Caden Austin, and rounding out that rounds out the starting nine, the DH being utilized for right fielder Coleman Fletcher. Defensively, it's Evan Roden on the mound for the South Medford Panthers. Roden is making his first appearance on the mound this season, it looks like. So we'll see how he shapes up there. Roden last year started one game against Roseburg. He threw a total of 7 innings against the Indians, allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. He did take a loss against the Indians. Roseburg trying to even up the series after losing game 1 here at home. Paxton Burke. It was a complete game for the lefty Tristan Malari in game 1, so Burke batted from the right side of the plate the entire game. He'll get his first left-handed at-bat of the day. And he takes a breaking ball for strike one. A 0-1 pitch from Roden. Misses outside. 1-1 count. Burke in game 1. It was Burke and Cal Robbins. They had all 4 hits. Paxton was 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. Swings and misses. Has himself a 1-2 count. The 1-2 delivery. A lot of space up the middle for Burke. He takes high and away. With the lefty at the plate, they appear to think that Burke is either going to pull it or he's going to be late on it and push it to the left side. The shortstop, Brad Love, playing well over from second base. Roden steps off the bump for a moment, resets. So if Burke can go back up the middle, a lot of space up that direction. The 2-2. He takes low, has a full count. Three balls, two strikes. And Burke fouls it away to stay alive. Full count pitch once again to the leadoff man. The big right-hander, Evan Roden, kicks and fires. Another ball fouled back by Burke. Staying alive. We'll do it again on the 3-2. Full count pitch, once again, misses low for ball 4. Paxton Burke battles his way to a leadoff walk to start things off here in the bottom of the first inning.
Next batter, center fielder number 13, Dane St. Clair.
That'll bring up Dane St. Clair. He had a tough day at the plate, went 0 for 3 in the first game of the day. He'll try to turn that around here. Shows a bunt, lays it down third base side. It trickles into foul territory. Strike one against the lefty. We go back-to-back lefties here to start out the game for Roseburg, with Paxton Burke, the switch hitter, batting from the left side of the plate. Pickoff throw to first base, not in time. The 0-1 pitch. Again showing a bunt. St. Clair waits. Third baseman McQuillan comes creeping in, and time called. Another pickoff throw to first base. That kind of had first baseman Tristan Malari a little twisted up over there. He goes falling away the wrong direction. Showing the bunt again, offering and fouling it back to the net. Dane unable to move anybody around. Grants Pass in the 6th inning has pulled ahead 4-0 against South Eugene. Still 2-0. Oregon State leading against UC Irvine, game 2 of that series. Swing and a miss. And a tough day at the dish continues for Dane St. Clair. He strikes out, 1 away. Dane St. Clair had 3 strikeouts in game 1. He'll have his 4th there. So 1 away. Cal Robbins will bat. He's an extra base machine with 7 extra base hits this season. On the mound, Roden working out of the stretch. Delivers, gets a fly ball, center field. It'll be playable. Levens runs underneath it.
Cal got underneath that ball a bit too much, launches it out there, 2 away. Scoreless ball game here in the bottom of the first, game 2 of our doubleheader. And now it'll be up to Jake Johnson looking to try and get a 2-out rally started. Jake was 0 for 3 in game 1. Pickoff throw, back in goes Burks safely to first. Jake looking for his first hit, trying to see if he can do some damage here in the first inning. Get Roseburg its first run of the game, of the day. Strike on the first pitch. Roseburg has not pushed a run across in 7 innings now. The 0-1. That's a balk. They're going to call a balk at first base. Burke started to break for second, but he halted as it looked like Roden was stepping off to try and throw, and Paxton tried to scamper back to safety, but in the whole process with him breaking a bit early, whether it was intentional or not, I'm not sure. But with him breaking early to second base, it got Roden out of sorts, and he ends up balking. That'll put a man in scoring position for Roseburg. The 0-1 pitch here for Jake Johnson. Low and outside, bounces in. Behind the plate, Douglas smothers the baseball. One count. Jake, hard hit ball, goes into left field. McQuillan got on his heels, couldn't play it cleanly. Throw coming in and makes it to home, but not in time. Jake Johnson will come up with the first run of the game for Roseburg and first run of the day. That ball, a hot shot to third base. A one-hopper past McQuillan. Got on his heels, tried to olay that ball. And it goes skipping into left field. The run comes in to score. Roseburg's on top 1-0. Now a ball, third base side foul for Luke Robbins. Got out in front a bit too much. Strike 1. Looks like we ruled a base hit for Jake Johnson on that one. So an RBI single for Jake. Brings in a run. Oh, 0-1 pitch from Roden. Luke takes a breaking ball for strike 2. Game 1 was just such a reverse of what we saw at Willamette. Roseburg scored in every inning against Willamette, had 21 hits. Then game 1 of this doubleheader, Roseburg doesn't score in 7 innings and had only 4 hits. Luke Robbins watches strike 3 go right down the middle. He goes down looking. Second strikeout for Roden, but Roseburg will get a run on the board. 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left on base. Through 1 inning of play here in game 2, it's 1-0. Roseburg in front. We're back after a 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM. Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Move down to the top of the second inning. The first batter for South Medford is the pitcher, number 10, Evan Roden.
Top of the second inning. Roseburg baseball here on The Score is brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Slow breaking ball, almost got the hitter Evan Roden to chase after that one. Breaking ball, misses low and outside. Ball one. As Danner Wirtz now a 1-0 lead to work with. His 1-0 pitch hits the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. Told you we'd keep tabs on Oregon State baseball through our day here since we can't bring you the game, since we're on the air with Roseburg baseball. They're in the bottom of the fourth. It's 2-0 Beavers in front, up to bat. There's a ball grounded foul past third base for Evan Roden, and he's got a 1-2 count. Roden had a pair of doubles in game one, drove in a couple of runs. He swings through a breaking ball for strike three. Second strikeout in the game for Danner Wirtz. The freshman right-hander has retired 4 straight. He will face Jake Lewis, the left fielder. Lewis, a tough day in game one, 0 for 4. Chops at the first pitch, fouls it off. Oh, 1 count to start here. Wirtz working out of the stretch. His breaking ball is fouled back into the netting. Well, Grants Pass in the top of the 6th, they sure have had a 2-out rally going. They are now leading 7-0 against South Eugene up in Eugene today. 0-2 pitch. Tried to get the hitter to chase. He does not. Lewis lets that one go by, has a 1-2 count. It was 1-0 going to the 6th inning. Grants Pass has put 6 runs on the board. Fastball. Tried to get him to chase again on that outside, getting him looking at that outside edge. But he has not been able to get Lewis to follow anything that direction. They mix it up and go inside. Bowers sets up there. A swing and a miss. Ball comes out of the glove for Bowers. Throw down to first base. Jake recovers, gets there in time. He actually knocks the ball down while he's on top of the bag. And so they get to put out at first. Back-to-back strikeouts here in the second inning. 3 consecutive strikeouts for Danner Wirtz. 2 away. Owen Levens will bat. Nobody on. His first pitch. Grounder up the middle. Backhanded by Austin. Quick throw to first. Got it there in time. Caden Austin comes up with the necessary play to finish things off here in the second inning. Nice job ranging to that baseball and a quick throw to first just in time. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. Still 1-0 Roseburg in front. Some good defense helping out Danner Wirtz as we go to the bottom of the second inning here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Bottom of the second inning, a 1-0 lead for Roseburg. Game 2 of a doubleheader against South Medford. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Alanson Randall, Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or call him at 541-378-6694. On the mound, Evan Roden will face A.J. Black. Gets a swing and a miss to start things out. They're still going in the top of the 6th inning at South Eugene. It's now 10-0 Grants Pass in front. What an inning. I got to imagine they've batted through the lineup once at least. 0-1 pitch. A.J. swing and a miss. A.J. Black 0 for 3 in game 1. Put the ball in play every time, though. 0-2 pitch. High and inside. Oregon baseball also in action here today. Check in on the Ducks. A 1-2 pitch. Black goes chasing low and outside. So 1 away.
Next batter, the pitcher number 20.
Danner Wirtz will bat. Danner pitching here in game 2. Game 1, he was at first baseman defensively. Drew a walk. Had a couple of strikeouts. He fouls off the first pitch. Wirtz trying to help his own cause here. Pitch misses low, 1-1 count. One delivery from Roden. Goes into his windup with nobody on, 1 out. He fires one right down the middle for a strike. Roden looking for the second out. The 1-2 pitch misses shoe tops on the inside corner. Two delivery. Down the middle, froze him. Wirtz just watched it go right over the plate. 4 strikeouts for Evan Roden. He has struck out 3 straight. Now it's Amos Bowers, his first action of the day. Amos did not play in game 1. He is catching here in game 2. He takes a pitch outside for ball 1. And now a visit down to first base to talk with hitting coach Tim Sester. In Eugene, Oregon, after a Mercy Rule win yesterday, 15-2 over Michigan. The Ducks up 2-0 in the top of the 4th in that game. Ducks trying to get the series victory and then give themselves the opportunity at a series sweep against the Wolverines in Big Ten play. Conference between hitter and first base coach Dunn. Amos Bowers, a check swing, got handcuffed on the inside corner. Swings through for strike 1. Grounds 1 towards short. A roller to Love. Makes the throw across for the final out here in the 2nd. Put the ball in play, but could not find a way on. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. That does it for the 2nd. We head to the top of the 3rd. It's 1-0 Roseburg in front on 541radio.com. And on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Top of the third inning here from Champion Car Wash Field. 1-0 lead for Roseburg. Tanner Wirtz trying to keep it that way. He'll face Grady McQuillan, who had a big day at the plate in Game 1. He was 1 for 2 with a solo home run that led things off in the 5th inning. He takes a pitch low for ball 1. McQuillan might have been a bit of the surprise of Game 1. He came in with his batting average in the hundreds and hits a solo home run. Probably rather unexpected. He was also the 7-hitter that got on with a 2-out walk in that 2nd inning that helped extend things and allowed South Medford to grab a lead. He fouls off a pitch. Grounds it sharply third base side for strike 2. So had himself a successful day at the plate that helped the cause. And now finds himself down 1-2 starting things here in the 3rd. Fouls off another pitch as he battles away. 7, 8, 9 hitters coming up for Medford South here in the 3rd inning. Tanner Wirtz working exclusively out of the stretch. The big right-hander delivers. That line drive snagged at second base by Caden Austin. Austin coming up with some big defensive plays. That ball sharply hit right at him with the sun. He's got the shades down, but he handled that no problem. Robs away a sharply hit ball. 1 out. Easton Douglas will bat. He takes on the inside corner. The left-handed hitter falls behind. 0-1 to start out his at-bat. The 0-1 pitch, further inside for Wirtz, misses, sliding out of the way. Douglas up on the toe tops. A 1-1 delivery. And outside this time. Very pleasant day here at the ballpark. Seems like maybe a slight breeze kind of just blowing through. The trees are kind of just waving softly as the day goes by. Sunshine shining down. Great day here at the ballpark. Low and inside, a 3-1 count and a visit out to the mound for Amos Bowers to talk about the approach here with Easton Douglas. A 3-1 count to the 8-hitter. Bottom third of the lineup did a lot of damage early in Game 1. Wirtz trying to avoid putting a runner on with 1 out. That ball is popped up left side, troublesome spot. It's just foul. Down that left field line. Got a 3-man crew, so you got a umpire right down that line. Had a good look at that one. And from here it looked like it was probably foul, but it was kind of tough to tell if maybe it would have been on the line or not. But it looked like it was foul. So back to the plate, a 3-2 count. 3-2 pitch from Wirtz. Ground ball first base side. And ranging over to his left, Caden Austin has been busy. He gets to that ball and gets it to Jake Johnson for the putout. 2 away. Nice job by Wirtz to battle his way back and get the defense to help out behind him. That'll bring up Cooper Mitchell, the 9-hitter, the right fielder. Bats with 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to him off the plate, fouled down the first base side. A 1 count to start. Oh, 1 delivery for Mitchell. Fouls back the pitch. Roseburg Baseball here on The Score is sponsored this season by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? 0-2 count. Popped him up right side, reaching for the ball in the outer corner. Down the line for Fletcher Coleman. Reaches up, makes the grab. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Danner Wirtz and the Roseburg defense. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Roseburg clinging to a 1-0 lead at the moment here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Bottom of the third inning, Roseburg baseball in the Score, brought to you by Flyaway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leaders Flyaway Travel to make sure you have an agent in your corner. Call them at 541-672-5701. 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Tribe. Caden Austin will lead things off. Austin been busy defensively for the Indians. Will face Evan Roden. Had just 2 at-bats in the first game, both of them strikeouts. He takes the first pitch for strike 1. Roseburg in a 7-inning game didn't make it through the lineup a full 3 times. The 8 and 9 hitters only got up twice in game 1. A 1-1 count as a pitch misses for Roden. One delivery for the right-hander. Misses with his fastball high and inside. Roseburg dugout trying to keep things energized down there. Getting vocal in the dugout and cheering on Caden Austin, who fouls off the pitch, has a 2-2 count. Talking with Paxton Burke after the win at Willamette. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Austin. 5th strikeout in the game for Evan Roden, top of the order. Coming up, Paxton Burke batting. He's talking with Burke, and he was just talking about trying to keep the energy going, trying to keep things up, keep it vocal, keep a lot of energy coming out of the dugout. So that might have been a conversation piece in between games to try and get Roseburg re-engaged out of the dugout. Pitch outside, 1-0 count. Always seems to be a focus for a lot of teams to try and just keep everybody engaged and really supportive and trying to keep that energy going, keeping everybody on edge and engaged. Ground ball up the middle, and there's a base knock for Paxton Burke. He has been hitting so well as of late. He will have just the 2nd hit in today's game. A 1-out single back up the middle for the Indians. 1 on, 1 away. And it's Dane St. Clair trying to get his bat going. 3rd hit on the day for Paxton Burke. That is 6 hits in his last 3 games. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball, and Dane just seems to be a little fooled at the plate right now, especially with those breaking balls. Sorry, that is the 7th hit in what is like, about 2.5 games, not even? 2.5 games for Paxton Burke.
Another breaking ball, swing and a miss for Dane St. Clair. Dane back in with an 0-2 count. Slaps and fouls one down the third base side, defending the plate. Oh, 2 count. Runner going. The hit and run is executed. Burke will make his way around to third. He gave a quick look and will make his way to third base. Dane St. Clair has his first hit on the day, and it comes up in a big spot with the hit and run on. Up to third base goes Burke, and Roseburg has runners on the corners with one away. And it'll bring up Cal Robbins. RBI opportunity here for Robbins. Paxton Burke with his hit here to lead off this fourth inning has a 6-game hit streak going right now, and he has got a lot of hits during that stretch. Cal Robbins takes low, ball 1. Well, South Eugene got a run across in the bottom of the 6th to keep that game going. They trail 10-1 going to the 7th inning against Grants Pass. Pickoff throw, St. Clair back in safely at first. So that's your Southwest Conference scoreboard update, 10-1. Michigan rallies back to tie it against the Ducks, 2-2 in the bottom of the 4th. And a pickoff throw to first. Ooh, they almost had Dane starting to take off at first base. In the Beavers game, it's now 2-1. OSU leading UC Irvine, the Anteaters. Cal Robbins swinging away, pops one up, foul territory right side, giving chase and running out of room. Cooper Mitchell out that direction. That'll fall for strike 1 for Cal. A lot of baseball going on right now. You gotta love it. My Chicago Cubs pulled off a win against San Diego moments ago. Had that game on the iPad here in the booth, keeping tabs. That's consecutive wins against the Padres, who had not lost a game all season before making the trip to Wrigley Field. 1-1 pitch here. Roden will miss with his breaking ball, low and outside. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike against Cal Robbins. Looks like a lot of fans up at Goss Stadium enjoying the sunshine in Corvallis. 2-1 pitch. Cal grounds one towards short. Have a chance to turn 2. And the throw to first gets there in time. And that will get South Medford out of the jam. 6-4-3 double play. And South Medford will avoid giving up anything more. Just the 1 run still back in the first inning for Roseburg. No runs on 2 hits. There were no no South Medford errors, and 1 runner left on base. It's 1-0 still after 3 innings of play. We will head to the top of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Starting the fourth inning, back at the top of the order for South Medford. First pitch to Tristan Malari bounces in. A 1-0 delivery from Tanner Wirtz. Lifted to center field, goes right to Dane St. Clair. Well struck ball, but right at the center fielder, one away. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball on The Score.
Batters number 13, Keegan Painter.
Keegan Painter, the second baseman, bats with one out, nobody on. Tries to lay down a bunt. It's going to go foul down the third base side for strike one. Trying to get a base runner on for South Medford, but couldn't keep that ball fair on a little drag bunt for Keegan Painter. Flew out to right field his first time up. Painter will step back in. Takes a pitch that bounces in. 1-1 count. Roseburg Baseball on The Score, brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Fastball just off the outside edge. Two-one pitch for Wirtz. Misses inside. Danner trying to battle his way back into the at-bat. His 3-1 pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Bounder. And fielded cleanly, tapped back to the bag. Got it there in time for Jake Johnson. And the Panthers can't believe the call. Jake got pulled off the bag on the throw by Paxton Burke. He got handcuffed a little bit on the ground ball. Burke got the throw over quickly, but it pulled Jake off the bag. He turned and dove back, tapped it with his glove just in time for the putout. 2 away. 1-0 count to start here against the three-hitter, Brad Love. He was 0 for 1 in the game, a strikeout. He grounds a high chopper towards third. Cal Robbins backing up. Long throw. Got it there just in time. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Danner Wirtz. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Roseburg still hanging on to a 1-0 lead here against South Medford on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Roseburg Baseball on The Score this season is brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Evan Roden will face Jake Johnson, Luke Robbins, and A.J. Black here in the fourth inning with a 1-0 lead right now in favor of the Indians. Joey Kieran here with you. A lot of fans soaking up the sunshine on this beautiful spring Saturday afternoon.
Maybe if you want to put the game on and get a little yard work done for those that are listening or tuning in. At least if you're here in the Valley in Oregon, today might be a good day to do it. Tomorrow doesn't look quite as possible. First pitch to Jake is outside, ball one. I guess it's possible you could work in any conditions outside. Tomorrow is just not going to be nearly as comfortable to be out in the conditions. Jake swinging away, pops it up, out of play. That'll be strike one for the Roseburg first baseman. Big play there that last half inning defensively for Jake. Got pulled off the bag on a ball thrown kind of up the line. He was twisting up the first base line in towards right field, had to spin back and leap to the bag and was able to get his glove there just in time. Fouls off a slow-moving curveball and has himself a 1-2 count. Roden's 1-2 pitch bounces in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jake will step out. Softball, 8-1, Roseburg leading in the bottom of the 5th in game 2 of that one as they look to pull off a sweep against South Medford and remain undefeated in Southwest Conference play. Jake pops this one up right side, not very deep. Mitchell comes charging in, calls off Painter, and the right fielder makes the grab. 1 out, and it brings up Luke Robbins. Struck out looking back in the first.
Next batter, number 18, Luke Robbins.
Robbins in game 1, 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs and a strikeout. His first pitch, he takes on the outside corner for a strike. Roseburg trying to get back in the win column, get back above 500 in league play. The 0-1 pitch, slapped right side. That's a base knock, a laser, and diving to cut it off. The ball trickles by. Luke's going to try to muscle his way to second to throw offline, and he's in. A double for Luke Robbins. Nice piece of hitting there for Luke. As he gets into second base with a head-first dive, a little bit of extra get up and go as he rounds first and saw that ball hit the turf and took off. Cooper Mitchell laid out to try and make sure he could get to it and not let the ball get by. He knocked it down. It trickled underneath his glove a little bit, and Owen Levins, the center fielder, backed him up. But Luke saw the opening and took advantage, gets his way to second. First pitch fouled off by A.J. Black. Strikeout victim in the second. He takes low for a 1-1 count. For Luke Robbins this season, that is his first extra base hit of the year. Luke had come in batting .353, so he's been a good hitter, just gets his first extra base hit. Roden on the mound, the 1-1. Breaking ball, fouled off. Nice job by A.J. Black to sit on the breaking ball, but he got that ball on the inside corner, got his hands inside some, but still that ball hit off the handle. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside on the fastball for Roden. They play Black to possibly pull the ball. Shortstop Brad Love playing over on the up the middle. Playing close to second base is Painter, holding on Luke Robbins at second. The 2-2. Breaking ball just misses inside above the belt buckle. Three balls, 2 strikes. Full count pitch to the 6-hitter, A.J. Black, with Danner Wirtz waiting on deck. 3-2. Got him to send this one skyward out towards right center. Levins gives way to the right fielder, Mitchell, who catches and rifles back in. A great throw from right field. 2 away. Mitchell out there caught that one and sent it back in quick, right on target to the cutoff man, Love. No chance of even thinking of advancing to third for Luke Robbins out at second. 2 away. Tanner Wirtz trying to help his own cause. 1-0 lead for Roseburg here in the bottom of the fourth against South Medford. The freshman Tanner Wirtz takes the first pitch, strike 1. Oh, 0-1 count. Outside, nice job by Wirtz to lay off. He struck out looking his first time up. I was kind of worried on that pitch. I kind of almost wondered if he was going to be swinging no matter what, but he did a nice job to hold off on a pitch that carried outside. The 1-1 delivery. And a look back to second, no throw by Evan Roden. 1-1 pitch by Roden. Out in front of the off speed. Wirtz saw one over the plate that he liked, but he didn't pick it up out of the hand that ball was coming in off speed. Roden needs one more. He was able to get out of a jam in the third inning with a double play. Trying to pitch around a one-out double to Luke Robbins, who's still out at second with 2 down. Wirtz fouls that one off over towards the Newell family hitting facility. So it stays a 1-2 count here for Tanner Wirtz. High leverage situation here. He's trying to get a base knock, see if he can score. Luke Robbins from second, who continues to creep off the bag. Nobody holding him on. Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to get into center field. Robbins heading around third, coming to the plate. The throw will be high, and it gets to the backstop. Wirtz is heading up to second base. Roseburg adds a run on the base knock by Tanner Wirtz. He helps his own cause. Tanner Wirtz sends that ball right back up the middle. A base knock, RBI. Robbins comes in to score. The ball goes all the way to the backstop, and that allowed Wirtz to get to second. And they will bring in a courtesy runner for the pitcher. It's Riley Cheney that'll take over out at second base. So Luke Robbins comes around to score, makes it 2-0. Roseburg in front, still have a runner in second base. Ball fouled off to Amos Bowers. That ball by Bowers down the line. Oh, just curls foul down the left field side. Amos got around on the inside pitch. He's down 0-2. Throwing error, allowing Tanner Wirtz to move to second base. Now running for him is Riley Cheney. The 0-2 pitch here to Bowers. Time call. Two hits here in this fourth inning for Roseburg. They're up to 5 hits total. That ball, a chopper towards second, gets booted. Cheney will turn and head for head for home. It rolled up the arm of Keegan Painter into right field. And on safely is Bowers. That'll be an error. And coming around to score is Cheney, running for Tanner Wirtz. 2 runs come in here in the fourth inning for Roseburg so far.
Number 1, Caden Austin.
And it'll bring in Caden Austin to bat. He fouls off the first pitch. A little bit of breathing room for Roseburg here in this fourth inning, adding 2 runs to their lead. Austin sends one right side, foul territory, long run, and not looking to go crashing into the fence. Tristan Malari lets up, and that ball goes in to the bullpen. 0-2 count now for Caden Austin, the 9-hitter. Broden needing one more out here. Has given up a single and an error. Ball popped right side out of play. Got 2 outs on a couple of fly ball outs to right field. Hadn't given up any damage, but Danner Wirtz a single. There was an error on the play. And then an error on the next play. And now a ball softly hit. It will not have enough behind it for Austin to get into left field. It is caught by the shortstop, Brad Love, for the final out. Looked like it off the bat. Might have a chance to get just over the top of the infield, but not quite enough. Roseburg puts 2 runs on the board on 2 hits. I have 2 errors. We'll double check on that. 1 runner left on base. It is 3-0. Roseburg in front as we go to the top of the 5th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
Top of the 5th inning, Roseburg now in front 3-0 as they try to earn a split here at home against South Medford. A check swing inside, appeal down to first, and went around. Evan Roden, the pitcher, DH. If they do put in a new pitcher on which there is somebody warming up, Roden could stay in as a DH. The pitch outside, a 1-1 count. Struck out his first time up against Danner Wirtz. Wirtz now with a lead to try and protect. Well, a slightly larger lead to try and protect. 1-1 pitch just out the outside edge, bounced in. Roseburg took a 1-0 lead in the first inning, added 2 more there in the 4th. Today's ball game brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop. Outside, count goes to 3-1. Wirtz 3-1 pitch, ball 4. And South Medford will have their first base runner of the day. Here in game 2, I should say. A walk issued by Wirtz. And Jake Lewis will stand in. And I think they're going to get... Well, Roden's still running at first. They've got a new batter coming in here to hit for Jake Lewis. It is Brody McHenry that will get a pinch hit appearance here. You've got Jake Lewis throwing in the bullpen right now, so McHenry will get a pinch hit appearance, and it looks like Lewis could possibly come in short relief. Runner going, throw down to second base, got him beat by a mile. Out at second is Evan Roden, caught stealing.
One away. Brody McHenry at the plate. An 0-1 count. Perfect throw by Amos Bowers. So the base is empty with one out. McHenry will ground one foul, third base side, 0-2. Non-league game. North Medford lost to Bend 5-3 earlier today. Game one of a doubleheader down at Jim Maccabee Field in Medford. Strike three called outside corner. McHenry goes down. And that's 2 outs. Roseburg thought it was 3. That's 2 outs. McHenry goes down looking. That is the 4th strikeout in the game for Danner Wirtz. So 2 away, and it brings up Owen Levens. Levens reaches, pokes one into left field, and there's the 3rd out. Out to A.J. Black for the final out here in the 5th inning. It was 3 up and 3 down in an unconventional way. A walk to lead off, but then the runner caught stealing. A strikeout and a flyout, and it's a 1-2-3 frame in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It is 3-0. Roseburg in front here on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor.
They reflect a style as unique as you are. They make first impressions. They provide space, add lasting beauty and security. Quality is a reflection of who you are. That's why all your fencing projects begin here.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
We go to the top of the 5th inning. Sorry, make that the bottom of the 5th inning. And we get a new man on the mound for South Medford. It's going to be Jake Lewis that takes over. He pitched on Wednesday in a loss against North Medford. He pitched all 6 innings necessary for South Medford. Took the loss, but he must have stayed under 85 pitches and is able to come back on short relief. He's going to be limited on how many pitches he can throw, so we'll see where they go from here. It looks like they may have... No, they don't have anybody thrown into the bullpen right now. Paxton Burke leads things off for Roseburg, top of the order, 3rd time through, but the first time against Jake Lewis here today. He misses outside, ball 1. Jake Lewis last year 1 1/3 innings against Roseburg. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. In an inning and a third, he gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts against Roseburg last year. The 1-1 pitch from Lewis popped up Burke out to left field there'll be a new left fielder out there. Out in left field, I think that might be Tristan Malari. Yeah, they move Roden over to first as he comes out of the game. So Roden goes to first, and Malari goes to left field. 1 out, first pitch swinging. Pop fly on the infield for the second baseman this time. Underneath it is Painter for the 2nd out. Down goes Dane St. Clair. 2 away.
Next batter is number 14.
And now Cal Robbins, who is 0 for 2 in the game. Last time up, grounded into a double play to end things in the third when Roseburg had a threat going. Lewis, that ball came out of the hand wrong, and it sails to the backstop for a 1-0 count. Today's game brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. One-0 pitch to Robbins. Cal takes a fastball low, 2-0 count. Two-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. Challenged him with the fastball. Two-one pitch to Cal Robbins. Jake Lewis, the new man on the mound. Gets a ground ball, foul third base side. So Evan Roden goes 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, 3 runs. Just the 1 walk. And he finished with 5 strikeouts. Low, 3-1 count for Cal. But Roden exits with a deficit, so he is on the hook for the loss as it stands. Ground ball up the middle for Cal, and he will get on safely. A 2-out single up the middle. A rare single for Cal Robbins. Funny to say that. Cal gets on. 6th hit of the game for Roseburg.
Next batter, number 17, Jake Johnson.
Brings up Jake Johnson, 1 for 2 with an RBI single back in the first. He takes a ball. We've got the new Southwest Conference standings after Game 1 of league doubleheaders today. Tell you how things shook up here. As a pitch low, 2-0 count. North Medford playing non-league game today, so they stay at the top at 1-0. Grants Pass improves to 2-0 in league games. Roseburg, South Medford, and Sheldon are all 1-1. And then you've got South Eugene at 0-1 and Willamette at 0-2. As a pickoff throw to first, Cal back in safely. It's very early in the league schedule, but that's how things stand as of right now. So far today, Sheldon had an 8-4 win over Willamette. Bend had a 5-3 win over North Medford. Grants Pass a 10-4 win over South Eugene. 2-0 pitch, fought off, just a little ahead there for Jake. Fouls it towards the visiting dugout on the first base side. Told you earlier, but Roseburg softball gets a sweep at home against South Medford, 1-0 and 12-1. So the Roseburg Indians improved to 3-0 in Southwest Conference games. 2-1 pitch, grounder up the middle, gets into center field. Cal Robbins up to second. Jake Johnson has his second hit in the ball game. Couple of balls right back through the box, up and over the mound into center field for Cal Robbins and Jake Johnson. And now it's Luke Robbins to bat. He had the double to right center back in the fourth. And time call to visit out to the mound. Got a question on the live stream about possible results of this game. No, the answer is. But there is still the possibility of other things. I'm just going to be superstitious and not talk too much more about it. Ball fought off right side for Luke Robbins. It's going to roll down the right field line. Cut off on the line by Mitchell. Cal Robbins will come around to score. Jake goes up to third, and it's a second hit and an RBI for Luke Robbins here in Game 2. Luke sends that ball down the right field line, just inside fair territory. Jake Johnson goes first to third. Cal Robbins scores from second. And Roseburg now leading it 4-0. And it'll bring up A.J. Black against Jake Lewis. Strike on the first pitch to A.J., who was 0 for 2 in the game. Flew out to right field his last time up. Another one on the outer half for a called strike 2. I think that's Mason Tabor from the softball team with the cast on the hand. Unfortunately, she's one of those players we talked about earlier, injured and out, and unfortunate. I think her senior year, if I'm remembering everything correctly. The 0-2 pitch low. A 1-2 count. Softball team is done. They've made their way over to root on the baseball team. Bottom of the fifth, 1 run in so far, a 2-out rally, 3 straight singles for Roseburg. The 1-2 pitch to A.J. swung on and missed, and that'll finish off the frame. Roseburg adds another run in this one on 3 hits. There were no errors for South Medford, and there were 2 runners left on base. Roseburg leading this one 4-0 as we head to the 6th inning on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
I'm confused by the huge market swings.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
No runs, no hits, 2 errors for South Medford. Roseburg, 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors as we begin the top of the 6th inning. First pitch, a breaking ball that misses outside. Ball 1 to Grady McQuillan. Grady line out to second base his first time up against Danner Wirtz. A 1-0 pitch to McQuillan, swung on and missed. 1-1 count. McQuillan had the solo homer in game 1. Grounds one hard, foul down the third base side. Nice snag by Coach Moody down the third base line. Showing off a bit down that way. 1-2 count. Popped him up, fouled back. Danner Wirtz protecting a 4-0 lead right now. Trying to earn Roseburg a split here at home after the Indians got shut out in game 1. Trying to return the favor. 1-2 off speed, got him reaching. A throw down to first is on target for Bowers. Strikeout number 5 for Danner Wirtz. 1 away, Easton Douglas up to bat. Roseburg baseball here on the Score is brought to you by McClendon Smokehouse, a family-owned meat shop and smokehouse offering a wide selection of meats plus fresh produce, baked goods, and a general grocery selection. Stop by on West Harvard Avenue. 1-0 pitch to the lefty outside, a 2-0 count. Easton Douglas grounded out to second his first time up. Douglas stands in with South Medford trailing Roseburg 4-0. Another pitch misses, 3-0 count. Wirtz trying to attack that outside corner, has not been able to get the call. A 3-0 pitch. Wirtz delivers a strike. Beautiful sunny day here at the ballpark. 3-1, ball 4. Second walk in the game for Danner. Cooper Mitchell will bat, the right fielder. He hits with 1 out and a man at first base. Douglas, the catcher. So we get a courtesy runner at first. Ryan Tucker comes in. The South Medford dugout trying to get loud and support their team as they're down to their final 6, make that final 5 outs in this one. Pitch fouled away. 1-1 count. At first base, Tucker. Running for the catcher, Easton Douglas, after he earned a 1-out walk. Bowers going to throw down to second base. His throw off line. He couldn't handle a pitch in the dirt. He bobbled it around a little bit. A late break by Tucker, and he will take advantage, gets to second base. So that moves up the runner 90 feet. 2-1 count. Bowers goes out to comfort his pitcher, Danner. Tell him, my bad. Should have had that one cleaner. Wirtz with 1 out. We'll step off and look back to second. It's a 4-run lead for Roseburg. 4-0 our score, top of the 6th. Strike hits the inside corner at the knees. I haven't noticed anybody getting active in the bullpen for Roseburg. So I'm not sure who they would look to in relief if and when they decide to make that move. Full count pitch coming up for Danner Wirtz. With a man at second and 1 away. And he hits the batter. So you got runners at first and second now with 1 out for the first time today here in game 2. South Medford with multiple runners on base. Didn't have a base runner until the 5th. And here comes a visit out to the mound for pitching coach Steve Patterson to talk with Danner Wirtz. Today's game sponsored by Gibbs RV Superstore. You gotta get to Gibbs. And by Palm Wealth Management, a member of D.A. Davidson & Company, member SIPC. That was a very quick meeting on the mound for Coach Patterson. We'll resume play with Ryan Tucker running at second and Cooper Mitchell at first. A 4th batter up to bat for South Medford for just the first time here in this second game of the day. Pitch in the dirt, knocked down. Bowers keeps it in front of him, and that holds all the runners. Up at Goss Stadium at Coleman Field, a solo homer puts OSU back in front of UC Irvine. A round tripper makes it 3-2 in the bottom of the 7th there. Beavers in front. Line drive, 1 hopper to Burke. He steps on second, throws over to first, double play. And the shutout continues for the Indians. Sharply hit ball by Tristan Malari. It goes right to Paxton Burke, who runs to the bag, steps on the pillow, fires over to first, and gets the double play. Finishes things off here in the top of the 6th. It remains 4-0. Roseburg in front as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you. Just ask your neighbor. Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
For Roseburg here in the bottom of the sixth, it'll be Wirtz, Bowers, and Austin due up against Jake Lewis, who continues to throw for South Medford in relief of Evan Roden, who threw the first four. Today's game brought to you by Bowers Industrial, a proud supporter of our local community and youth sports. Danner Wirtz, last time up, he was able to help his own cause. He had an RBI single in the fourth inning. That helped make it a 2-0 game at the time. And he will drop the bat. Doesn't really duck the head, but he drops the barrel of the bat to make sure that does not have a chance of hitting his bat. As Jake Lewis airmails one to the backstop once again. Lewis threw just a few days ago on Wednesday in a 6-3 loss against North Medford at Jim McAbee Field. Check swing, went around on some high heat there for Wirtz. He's got himself a 1-1 count. 1 ball, 1 strike with nobody out. That pitch is high. 2-1 count. Lewis fires one over the middle. Heavy fastball right down the pipe. Count goes to 2-2. Lewis misses low and outside. Full count to the leadoff man here in the sixth. Danner Wirtz trying to get on base for a second time. And he will. Draws the leadoff walk. So Roseburg's pitcher, Danner Wirtz, gets a leadoff walk. Now we'll get the courtesy runner, Riley Cheney, at first for the pitcher. For Jake Lewis, the second walk he has given up.
Riley Cheney to run at first base.
That'll bring up Amos Bowers. Bowers reached on an error in the fourth inning. That allowed Riley Cheney, who was running for Danner Wirtz, to come around to score in the fourth inning. Pickoff throw to first base. Bowers had a couple of good swings in his last at-bat. That was against Evan Roden, who's facing Jake Lewis for the first time. He squares to bunt, shows, and throw down to first. Not going to be in time. It'll be a 1-0 count for Bowers as he took that pitch high. Quick throw down to first by Douglas. Almost got Cheney off the bag at first. It was very close. Showing the bunt again, and now a pickoff throw. Back in safely goes Cheney. McQuillan playing in at third with Bowers continuing to show the bunt. Now he's not showing yet, but come creeping in is McQuillan. Did he offer? No, he did not, and South Medford's not happy with that call. 2-0 count for Amos Bowers. Pickoff throw again, and once again back in safely goes Cheney. Bowers shows the bunt. He'll take a strike on the outer half. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 6th. Roseburg trying to add more insurance. That's an offer. Throw down to first, not going to be there in time. A 2-2 count now for Amos Bowers. Roseburg does have an arm throwing in their bullpen. That is Cal Robbins getting warmed up. Cal's played at catcher and at third, but now getting ready to possibly pitch. A pitch comes in high to Bowers, now looking to swing away with 2 strikes. He's got a full count. Jake Lewis started out this frame with a walk to Danner Wirtz. A full count pitch to Amos Bowers. Lewis gets him to chase some high heat, sends him back to the dugout. Bowers chases outside the zone. Second strikeout for Jake Lewis in relief. And it brings up the 9-hitter Caden Austin. Austin looking for his first hit in game 2. Line out to short his last time up. For South Medford, it'll be Painter, Love, and Roden, the scheduled hitters in the 7th inning. Outside. 1-0 count to start for Austin. This game has been brought to you by Quality Fence, doing it right for you. You give them a call at 541-664-2281 or visit qualityfenceco.com. Outside, a 2-0 count. Breaking ball, tailing away from the hitter. Two balls, no strikes for Caden Austin with 1 out and 1 on. Jake Lewis out of the stretch, delivers one right down the middle. Fastball for a called strike. Austin watching all the way. Two balls and a strike. Roseburg's 9-hitter at the plate. And Austin swings through for strike 2. Jake Lewis trying to battle his way after a leadoff walk here in the 6th inning. And he gets another strikeout. That pitch doesn't look too fancy, but the Roseburg hitters have been swinging and missing. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 away. And top of the order, here comes Paxton Burke. Burke with a 6-game hit streak. Stands in as a left-handed batter. Pickoff throw to first. Cheney diving back in. Did not have a huge lead. Burke takes a pitch in the dirt for a 1-0 count. Coming up next, Roseburg's going to be taking on North Medford. They'll be hosting the Black Tornado on Tuesday next week. 4:30 start time for that one. Roseburg playing 3 games next week, but they've got a non-leaguer in the middle of it. At the knees, a called strike for Burke. They've got Sprague coming to town. For South Medford, their next game is going to be Tuesday at 4:30 at Sheldon in Eugene. The 1-1 pitch. Burke pops it foul out of play. Sheldon, let's see if we can find a score on that. Willamette Sheldon game 2. A 1-2 delivery here for Lewis. Fouled off again. They are tied at 2 between Sheldon and Willamette. They are in the 4th inning from Willamette High School's Floyd Ogden Field. After 4 innings, it's tied at 2. 1-2 pitch. Burke takes inside. Can't get the strike call. Lewis
tailing off the mound, was leaning towards the dugout thinking he was going to get strike 3 on that pitch. Burke, a 2-2 count. That pitch outside goes off the glove for Douglas, and up to second base will go Cheney. That'll be a pass ball, moving the runner up 90 feet. Cheney running for Danner Wirtz. It's a full count. With 2 outs, Cheney will be moving on contact. If Burke can drop something in for a base hit, now the Indians might have a chance to add a run. A ground ball towards short. Love up with it. Throw to first is on target. And that wraps up the 6th inning. So the bottom of the 6th, Roseburg, no runs, no hits. There were no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the 7th inning. Roseburg leading this one 4-0, needing 3 more outs to wrap it up when we return here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
I've always handled my own finances, but I need help.
Get a better understanding of your finances. At Palm Wealth Management, we care about your priorities and help restore financial security. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Danner Wirtz fires in his first pitch outside, ball 1 against Keegan Painter. Got a feeling it might be a short leash for Wirtz here in the 7th inning, but they are giving it to him to see if he can finish off the shutout. Keegan Painter takes a pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 count. Danner Wirtz hits the inside corner for a strike. It's a 4-0 lead here in the 7th inning. Wirtz kicks and fires the 2-1, grounded foul for a 2-2 count. Danner looking for his 2nd win of the season. His 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, couldn't get the hitter to chase that one outside. Full count. South Medford trailing by 4. They're going to need some base runners here. The 3-2 pitch is popped up on the infield. Caden Austin calls for it. He makes the grab, 1 away. It'll be Brad Love, 0 for 2 in the ball game. He'll stand in next. Love a strikeout and a ground out. And actually, we get a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Ryan Tucker, who will bat for Brad Love. First pitch swinging away, sends it airborne out to center field. Underneath it, Dane St. Clair with the catch. And Danner Wirtz needs 1 more out to get a complete game victory and accomplish a big feat for a freshman.
Batter number 10, Evan Roden.
Evan Roden, tough guy to finish to face here to try and finish this one off. Roden is 0 for 1. He walked. He was the first base runner for South Medford back in the 5th. First pitch low, ball 1. 2 outs, nobody on. A 4-0 lead for Roseburg. Breaking ball just misses low and inside. A 2-0 pitch. Ground ball towards short.
High hop, Burke, throw across the diamond, scooped out by Jake Johnson, and there it is, a complete game no-hitter for the freshman, Danner Wirtz. He holds South Medford without a base hit in this one. A complete game no-hitter, and he faces one over the minimum. What a performance by Danner Wirtz, and Roseburg will split this one here today. What a ball game we got there, folks. 4-0. Roseburg gets the win. What a day. Danner Wirtz. He got plenty of help from his defense, but man, what an accomplishment. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on for South Medford in the top of the 7th, and it's Danner Wirtz, a complete game, no-hitter, 7 innings in the books, and Roseburg splits with the Panthers. What a day, Danner Wirtz. That'll earn a post-game conversation for the newspaper story. 4-0, the final score. We'll take a quick timeout and come back to wrap things up for you here from Champion Car Wash Field. Before we get to that final break, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Roseburg Baseball. A complete game, 7-inning, no-hit shutout for Danner Wirtz. Roseburg wins 4-0. We'll come back and wrap it up in the postgame show after this 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Do I have enough money put away to retire?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Successful companies have a very important secret. Good advertising works and makes them money. That's why your business should contact Lotus Media Group. Let us help you cash in with multimedia advertising. Multiple touches from Douglas County's only Google certified partner and most effective advertising platform. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen. LotusMediaGroupLLC.com.
In today's big box store, how-to YouTube video world, it is hard to do it yourself. If you're fixing your fence or putting in a new one, the only place to start is Quality Fence. We stock almost anything you need and take the time to show you how to really do it yourself. Visit the Quality Fence showroom in Roseburg and get great fencing ideas at QualityFenceCo.com.
Quality Fences, doing it right for you.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
How should I be investing my money?
Plan for your future with confidence. At Palm Wealth Management, we'll help you see a clear path to financial peace of mind. Call Palm Wealth Management today.
Oh, boy. What a day here at the ballpark. Go from a disappointment in Game 1 where Roseburg shut out 7-0 against South Medford, coming off of the high of the 15-3 win and the drubbing of Willamette where Roseburg had 21 hits and 15 runs in a 5-inning game, to then turn around and get shut out and only managed 4 hits against South Medford in Game 1. Kind of took the wind out of Roseburg's sails, but right there to pick things back up, it was Danner Wirtz who completes a 7-inning complete game no-hitter against South Medford. Danner Wirtz faces just one over the minimum. It was the 6th inning. He issued a walk, and he ended up with 2 walks in this game, so that negates the perfect game. But in the 5th inning, he issued a walk, and then Evan Roden was caught stealing. So that got him off the bases, and then a strikeout and a flyout, and it was a 1-2-3 inning despite giving up a walk. Now, the walk did negate the perfect game, but he had still faced the minimum. Then he issued a walk in the 6th and had to face one extra batter. But in a 7-inning ball game, the minimum you can face is 21, and Danner Wirtz faces 22. And he does not allow a hit throughout that entire time. No runs, no hits, 2 errors, and 1 man left on base for South Medford in this one. Roseburg, 4 runs on 8 hits, no errors, and 6 men left on base. Danner Wirtz improves to 2-0 on the season. 7 innings, no hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 hit batter. That kind of helped extend things in the 6th inning, but Roseburg got a double play to finish off that 6th inning, so that helped keep it to just the 1 over the minimum in the 6th despite a walk and a hit batter. Nice day there for Wirtz to improve to 2-0. He also did some damage at the plate. We'll talk about that in a moment. Taking the loss, Evan Roden, he goes 4 innings. He allows 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Jake Lewis pitched the final 2 innings, allowed 1 run on 3 hits, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Roseburg gets 1 run in the 1st inning. Jake Johnson with a 2-out RBI single to put Roseburg in front. 2 more came in the 4th inning. 1 run would score on Danner Wirtz, a 2-out single up the middle. That plated Luke Robbins after he had a 1-out double. Then Riley Cheney came in to run for Danner, and he would score on an error, a fielding error by the second baseman, Keegan Painter. That made it 3-0. Roseburg added another run in the 5th on an RBI single by Luke Robbins, who had a nice day at the plate. He goes 2 for 3 and helps Roseburg get this one 4-0. What a day for the Indians here in Game 2. Erases the sour memories of Game 1's 7-0 shutout loss. Taking a look at some of the offensive numbers. No hits for South Medford. The only runners to get on base, Evan Roden had a walk but was caught stealing. Easton Douglas got a walk. They brought in a courtesy runner for him. A wild pitch put that runner at second base, but that would be it. Cooper Mitchell got on, hit by a pitch, but he was left. He was forced out at second base on a ground out into a double play to end the inning by Tristan Malari. For Roseburg, Paxton Burke stretches his hit streak to 6 games with a single in the 3rd. He gets on base twice, goes 1 for 3. Dane St. Clair, 1 for 3, broke up a tough day at the plate for him to start. Cal Robbins gets a hit in his last at-bat, 1 for 3. That might keep a hit streak going for Cal. Jake Johnson ended up 2 for 3 in this game with an RBI. Luke Robbins, 2 for 3 with an RBI and a double. Danner Wirtz goes 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a walk. And that is the offense pretty much there for the Roseburg Indians. Huge win in Game 2 to get Roseburg to 2-1 in league play. They're now 5-3 overall on the season. South Medford will go to 5-4 overall on the season, and they are 1-2 in league play. So Roseburg, depending on what happens for Grants Pass, North Medford not playing league games today, so they'll stay undefeated at 1-0. But Roseburg will be about 1.5 games. They'll be 1 game back in first place when all is said and done here today. So that is a look at how it plays out here. Roseburg looking to try and stay amongst the league leaders here early on. It was a lot of fun to call the games for you here today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and joining us. It's been my pleasure to do it. And don't you worry, I'm probably not going anywhere. I'll probably be back for a broadcast here at some point, but we're going to give Knight Uretsky a couple of games next week. He will have the action for you here, all of them home games here at Champion Car Wash Field. So if you've got the opportunity to come and check it out with us, we encourage you to do so. Come on out to the ballpark and root on Roseburg here at Champion Car Wash Field. A great place to catch some games. So next game up for Roseburg is Tuesday here against North Medford. Always a tough opponent. That'll be a big one there for the Indians. A 4:30 first pitch. Knight Uretsky will be going on the air at 4:15 with coverage for you here on the radio, or you can also watch online at 541radio.com. For South Medford, their next game is going to be on the road on Tuesday at Sheldon. They start at 4:30 in that one. Oh, what a day we had here at the ballpark. A fun one there. Good way to finish it out after a tough loss in Game 1. All right, as we wrap it up, I want to say thanks to the South Medford Panthers. Great competition here today. Good couple of ball games. Appreciate that. Good luck to them the rest of the way. I want to say thanks to Athletic Director Adam Blue, Head Coach Troy Thompson, the entire Roseburg baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg baseball here on The Score. I want to say thanks to Dale Cranford and Brenton Cranford back in the studio with the radio production here this afternoon. Appreciate the hard work on the radio side. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Keyran. We'll have more coverage of Roseburg baseball coming up for you next week, Tuesday, 4:30, first pitch against North Medford here at Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field. So we hope you tune in. You can watch the game streaming live for free online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score on YouTube. Or, of course, catch Roseburg High Sports right here on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and